525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year? Every school morning for the past 2 years, my sisters and I blasted this song, Seasons of Love from the musical Rent, from my car as we drove up the hill, past the gate, and into the parking lot. Sure, at face value, it's a fun tune to listen to, but Miss Rosenberg's AP Lit class taught me to dig deeper and find the metaphors even within the constructs of my own life. The question Jonathan Larson, the writer and composer of Rent, poses is one that has fascinated artists throughout the ages. Artists fixate on specific and meaningful moments in individuals' lives and dedicate their careers to the pursuit of capturing those moments. Van Gogh illuminates the eeriness of that one starry, starry night. Shakespeare details a night on a balcony in Verona. And even The Sound of Music limits its 3-hour stage to 5 scenes. We, as artistically inclined humans, find comfort in recording our own lives as if they too were works of art or nearly packaged stories. We ask ourselves the same questions in one form or another every day. What moments define us, and how do we measure our lives? Many people retrospectively reflect on their lives in phases: elementary education, middle school, high school, higher education, marriage, children, etc. So, as my high school years come to a close and I stand at the brink of the next journey in my life, I ask myself a variation of the timeless query: how can I measure my years spent at SDJA? I am a lifer. I cannot simply write off my time at SDJA as one of the tidy, clearly defined phases of the average person's life. SDJA does not fit the regular mold of education. So I'll measure it in other ways. 1,200, the approximate number of poems read, analyzed, and grappled with during Poetry Tefillah every Monday and Thursday. 12, the number of all-nighters pulled studying for Miss Wu's notorious quests in humanities, AP Art History, AP US History. 3, the number of full mugs of cinnamon tea I drank and relished during a tea party that Amy Shoemaker and I planned honoring the wonderful Mr. Kohn. 70, the number of lunches spent hanging off the shiny red monkey bars in lower school. 7, the number of years my green team, Eilat, triumphed in the sports day tournaments. 999, the number of times we heard the phrase, "How are we to live?" from the humanities department. 31, the number of cups of tea and or strong coffee drunk into the wee hours of the morning with my fellow classmates ostensibly studying but really discussing the meaning of life. 53, the approximate number of pumpkins dropped and smashed every year for a physics experiment conducted by Mr. Tashoff's classes. 48, the number of frantic emails exchanged between my fellow yearbook editors, Kinstry, and me. 22, the number of close and unforgettable friendships formed with my teachers that I hope to take with me for the rest of my life. And 55, the number of my dearest friends and classmates with whom I proudly sang the Hatikva, standing next to the large dome of human ashes cremated by the Nazis at the Majdanek death camp. This tangible list of numbers is long, rich, and colorful, and the memories will continue on and on to last a lifetime. But I realize that the SDJ experience cannot be so superficially quantifiable. After 13 years of attending the academy, I feel the only truly true way to measure my time here is in the values and the lessons that I have gleaned. These values, more than any other number listed, have served to not only shape my classmates and my identity, and the individuals we have grown to be, but will serve as the foundations we choose to build our futures upon. SDJA teaches us collaboration, being nice to others. It teaches us responsibility. We belong to something greater than just ourselves. We belong to a people, to a land, to a world, and to each other. The basic building block in Judaism is called the minyan, teaching us that we cannot rise to our greatest spiritual potential alone. We need a community to fully express ourselves to God. As a student at the SDJA, I too feel that I am part of a minyan, part of something that is greater than myself. But coupled with that sense of responsibility to the greater world, SDJA has sparked personal quests for self-knowledge within us. Perhaps most importantly for my fellow seniors and me, as we embark on the next stage of our lives, SDJA has taught us who we are and who we want to be. SDJA fosters an environment in which everyone is so out of the box and so unique that there is no box to physically be put in. Thus, we have learned to fashion our own boxes. I do not know how comfortable I would be with using meow as a greeting instead of hello if I grew up in any other environment. But SDJA has granted me the liberty to be my true, quirky self, free from the constructs of social inhibitions. I think Jonathan Larson ultimately offers us a solution to the age-old question: to measure time in seasons of love. Cliché but true, SDJA teaches us above all to love our friends, our teachers, our families, and the world around us. So I'll conclude with a final calculation: 1 million. The number of times each day I am proud and honored to graduate from the San Diego Jewish Academy. Thank you, and congratulations to the senior class today.